friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay, okay.
Told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that.
Evident in the first game against the home team, and Kuwait completely outplayed in the middle of the park. Of course, as we mentioned, Kuwait, they are also in action against Iraq in what is a crucial fixture. That one kicks off at 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and as Ali Sabah Al Salem Stadium gets ready for 180 more minutes of Asian Cup qualifying action. Making their way out. India will have to try and draw some courage from the fact the senior side and the under 17 side have already qualified for the Asian Cup finals, and now it's turn for the under 20s to follow their footsteps. But that dream received a massive blip against Iraq despite leading 2-1 in the first half. Game management is going to be very, very crucial when you take on higher ranked teams. India will also have to make sure they keep the ball well against Australia this evening. An excellent game for Mahesan, the number 12, with the sharp Gurkirat Singh up top. And Australia on the flip side will be looking for a lot more. They knew they could have had a lot more against Kuwait. They must remember to not make the same mistake as their opponents did, the first of which was complacency. And Shanmugam Venkatesh, the head coach for India, has seemed very confident, especially in his pre-match attitude and the way he spoke to the media, mentioning that India could be on the cusp of a new era. That new era could start with qualification to the Asian Cup after a long, long wait. So first up, it's time for the national anthems. And so Kuwait has witnessed many a fascinating chapter. And so Trevor Morgan, in the dugout of this Australian under-20 side, has played an integral role in the development of young Australian footballers throughout his career, and over the past 5 years has held several positions with Football Australia, focused on player talent and technical development. And Morgan's tenure at Australian football thus far has seen him lead the Joys, Australia's under-17 men's national football team, to the knockout phase of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup Brazil 2019. And so the man in the middle, Ali Reda, the referee in charge of this game, comes from Lebanon, so as his assistants, and the fourth official from Hong Kong. And Kuwait has witnessed many a fascinating chapter of Asian footballing history. Now time for Trevor Morgan's men to add another to its sparkling history as they get ready for India Test, a side ranked 38 in the world and second amongst Asian countries, and also the highest ranked opposition India have faced in their group so far since bowing out of the AFC Under-16 Asian Cup quarterfinals in Malaysia. The Blue Tigers now needs to plug that gap in class and character, and what better than to do it in front of their faithfuls. First, Gurkeerat Singh with the captain's armband for India. Vikas Shumnam led the side in the previous game, and Nectarios is the Australian skipper. And well, the two coaches who like to take the game by the neck, playing attacking football, always concentrate in getting one more goal than the other side. And so here comes the stars then. Venkatesh and his India team walk into the second game of the tournament. Some of those in blue will know that feeling. They know what it's like to play the finals, and they know how difficult is it to win it. And Australia will find out this season, and it is only fair that India would want to be their first blip. And for the Blue Tigers, they kicked off their campaign with a 4-2 loss against Iraq, but sometimes you still wonder whether they and that defeat against Iraq weighed on them throughout. It is just left a lingering doubt in their minds, one that they may not shrug off for the rest of their campaign. And so we are underway. Both the goalkeepers ready. Himanshu Jangra ready as well from India's perspective. Burst onto the scene when he scored at the age of 16 in the Hero I-League. And so India taking on Australia, who also go by their nickname, the Young Socceroos. The momentum gained from that win against Kuwait made them favourites for this fixture as well. But we all know that nothing can be taken for granted, especially when Asian Cup qualification is on the line. And despite the increase in number of teams, the difficulty does not reduce when it comes to playing sport. Says Australia's early entry into the Indian territory. First test for the Indian defense, and does exceedingly well. Still a long, long way to go though. Both teams having to get used to the climate, the conditions, and Venkatesh already mentioning that it takes time for the teams to adjust to this humidity. Part and parcel of football, which is thankfully an all-weather game. First time on this pitch for both sides. India, of course, having played a lot more of the games on a more compact pitch. Here's there no complaint about the bounce and how that is one of the challenges of playing in West Asia as well. Everywhere you go, there's different feel to the grass, a different bounce, different challenge of the conditions, has a lot of ground to cover. It's all about keeping possession. It's so important in matches like this when you are coming up against quality oppositions. You want to make them work for the ball, let them make mistakes. And Australia are a side who keep the ball really, really well. They play an attacking football. So India, to keep it tight at the back, they got to make sure they do not concede in the first quarter. That is going to be very vital for India. Jordan Perez onto Nectarios, the skipper, who joined Central Coast Mariners this season from Western Sydney Wanderers. An attack for India. Down the right, Mahesan Singh. The flag is up from the assistant. Infringement in India's favour. The first opportunity for India to make something from the set piece is Gurkirat Singh, who will be taking this 8 appearances for Mumbai City FC in the Hero ISL last year. Ball delivered into a great area and inches wide. Himanshu Jamra's header. And that would have been a dream start for India. Look at that free kick from Gurkirat. Inch perfect delivery. Finds the head of Himanshu Jamra. Just had to nod it goalwards. A rude awakening for Australia. India off to a positive start. It's a brilliant ball out wide for the number 7, Adrian. India brings the ball away. A stray pass forward. Australia looking to regroup. Bozanovsky. Ball was slightly out of Alex's reach. And Alex Badalota spent his youth career in Sutherland Sox. He's 17 years old. That was a body check on Tyson Singh. Sajid Hussain Parry coming into the lineup. Slightly different when it comes to offering than Sibajit, who is more agile and a direct player. Likes to cover every blade of grass, but when it comes to Sajad, known for his physicality and aerial prowess. So both the players have got their own advantage and disadvantages. Another ball dinked in, finds the feet of Adrian. Adrian takes it onto his right side. The shot is completely scuffed. And comfortable save for Zahid. A second consecutive start for the young goalkeeper. Look at that ambitious ball. And Adrian just making himself available. Takes it onto his favourite side. Didn't delay in pulling the trigger. The ball forward for Gurkirat. Is surrounded by a couple of Aussie shirts. Somehow it's been put out of the danger area. But India getting numbers forward. As Mahesan Singh gets to the byline, just brushed off the ball by Ken Vidmar, who plays his club football for Adelaide United in the A-League, and his father, Tony Vidmar, assistant coach of Melbourne City. A generosity of colours in the stands as the fans come back after 2 years, and India ready for this particular encounter. Started off well tonight compared to the previous game against Iraq, where they conceded within the first 5 minutes. India in the AFC U20 Asian Cup qualifiers, 2 years which have seen them reach the heights and then topple to the bottom. 2 years which have seen some faces stay and some leave, and Gurkirat knows that the churn of football and its many facets goes on at West Asia. And maybe this time they can do it again, but Australia will have their say this evening. In terms of walking the ball around, India doing a whole lot more. And they're getting into those scoring positions. Just need to cut loose in front of goal, and capitalizing on a back touch. Adrian has got the number 15 Alex outside him, making the wrong choice. The Sydney FC player, who was the top goal scorer in Australian second division. 14 goals in 29 appearances. The Indian captain, Gurkirat Singh. Much was made of how he troubled Bangladesh's defence during the SAF Championship final. A similar display is required tonight. We saw Garang Kuhl as well of Australia trying to get forward as possible. Clips the ball onto the far side. Well seen there by Jordan Perez at the first time shot. It's well wide of the target. Himanshu Jangra is getting into those positions, the number 10. India's fortunes in the Asian Cup qualifiers going to depend on his shoulder. Australia making a promising move. Great ball through the defence. Just a tap too long. In the A-League against Wellington Phoenix, it was a 5-0 victory for Central Coast Mariners. And so Garang Kuhl's strike separating the two teams as Australia draws the first blood. Chipped forward into no man's land, all the way through to Jack. Nectarios onto his clubmate. Jordan Perez. It was a hopeful ball delivered into the box. And Australia pressing high. A slight mix-up at the back. He was potentially under pressure. It will be a sapping evening for both the teams, and Australia dominating in the final third. And the number 14, Ken Vidmar, having a good game against Kuwait. and making it very easy for Trevor Morgan. One more chance for Australia. Chaos inside the box. In the end, Raj Basfer comes across and makes that crucial intervention. Intricate passing from Australia. A first time challenge. India have the ball now. And looking to go forward. Abhishek Singh on the overlap. Gurkira getting on that end of that long ball. He is closely marked by Nectarios. It has crossed the line. It's going to be a corner then for India. Gurkira already with a good set piece. Finding Himanshu Jangra on the edge of the 6-yard box. Can India make something happen of this corner? The Kerala Blasters man, Vibin Mohanan, played short, something off the training pitch. A slight deflection of Jordan Perez. And now a break could be on here for Australia. What a ball! There's the gap between the centre backs, getting in behind. Solid challenge from Abhishek Singh. Just nicks it off the heels of the attacker. Into the channel now. Himanshu Jangra wide on the far left, making inroads. The number 10 dispossessed of the ball. It was a fair charge, says Ali Reda. A smart pass between the line once again. Onto the goal scorer Garang. A crossfield ball. Abhishek Singh with a touch, and Zahid Bukhari couldn't prevent it from going out for a corner. Jordan Perez and Joseph Forde, the centre back, peering for Australia. And the opponents are also going through a massive change in terms of how football is run in the country. And we'll come back to that after this corner. It's Adrian who will be taking it. And the question is how to try and manage that sort of a possession style. Whether you break it down with the press, soak up the pressure, or wait for the mistake, or play it long and try to hit Australia on the break. Change in kick taker. And the goal scorer Garang played into the penalty area. Not getting a lot of distance on the header. Cleared just from the face of goal. And India can pour forward now through Himanshu Jangra. Winning that physical battle against Joseph Forde. Himanshu's ball looking for Gurkirat. Intercepted by Nectarios. As Australia playing out from behind. Adrian. Jordan. Australia rebuild from the back. And they got to remember that they may want to cancel India out. Playing a possession style, never easy. They're doing it in one of games. You've got to do it throughout your qualifier campaign. Stretching play brilliantly, exploiting the wings, trying to stretch the Indian defense by keeping man out wide. And excellent on the ball. Bozinovsky and Alexander. Here's the latter. On the overlap, Jordan Perez. Lovely give and go. Slightly behind Jordan. Getting behind to defend Tyson Singh. A low cross comes in. Finds the number 13 who gets into the box. Chops his way past. And still, with an Australian shirt, Joseph Forde was the man who plays for Perth Glory. And grandson of Northern Irish Olympic player Hugh Forde. 6 appearances in the A-League for Perth Glory. We'll see him getting into those attacking positions. He's got the freedom from Trevor Morgan. He's capable of getting inside the final third and add another extra body in attack. And that was slightly stray from Alex. Abhishek Singh. He's got the pace to burn. Abhishek looks out wide for Tyson. A skillful play from Abhishek. Still holding on to the ball. And outnumbered in the end. Australia have it back. Now the ball played forward for Garang, who gets in behind the Indian defence. Just forced out wide. Angle was too narrow. India need to be very, very careful. Just getting there ahead of Zahid, who was slightly hesitant. And poor covering as well from Sajid Hussain. A shoulder barge, a legal one, says Ali Reda. Jordan Perez just showing Himanshu Jangra how it's done. Dominating the ball centrally. The Aussies, known as the young Socceroos when it comes to playing football. Penetrating down the centre, tempting bounce. Oh, what a shot! And just in a flash, Alex Barolotto, 17 years old, from 20 yards out, unleashing a pile driver. And look at that. Didn't delay too much. That was a challenge on Tyson. Winning the physical battle with ease, Jordan Perez. Gurkeerat and Mahesan Singh got on the score sheet for India against Iraq. As the referee signals a drinks break. It's hot and humid conditions. Will allow time for Venkatesh to have a chat with his players. That goal coming via an individual brilliance from Garang Kuol. 4 goals in 9 matches in the A-League as well. Continuing with his rich form. The number 9. Australia on top of the group. Iraq placed second. Can go level on points with Australia if both Iraq and Australia wins their games tonight. Playing against Kuwait at their home is going to be difficult for Iraq though. Here is Himanshu Jangra, one way then the other. Himanshu Jangra just skied over the top. And wrong footing. Jordan Perez completely. Skillful play from India's number 10. Just not finding the target. This could be trouble. Not quite so. Even though India applying a high press, Australia keeping a very calm head, not pressing that panic button. A certain calmness on the ball in terms of building up from the back. India slightly nervous sometimes. Australia though making it look so simple. As I was talking about how India going through a massive change in terms of how football is run in the country. The Indian Super League in its 9th edition overall has been more than 30 seasons of domestic football in the country, but massive change called revolutionary by the media, where they divided 23 teams over two divisions, 11 in the top division and 12 in the second, with rules that impose club licensing criteria that made Indian football more professional, giving the players more safety in terms of their profession and playing the sport. India spending a lot more time inside their own half. Driven slightly backwards, trying to get on the front foot. Here is Bikash Shumnam with that own goal against Iraq. He will look to compensate for that mistake. India trailing at 25 minutes on the clock here at the Ali Sabah Al Salem Stadium. It's a Group H encounter. India playing their second game, so as Australia. Another game coming up after this, Iraq against Kuwait. It's a 10 p.m. kickoff, according to the Indian Standard Time. Two very crucial ties. Now pulling strings, Australia from midfield, and those two ball players, Alex and Manilau, just controlling the game, with the likes of Adrian providing that option and outlet down the left wing. And Archie Godwin is on the right, the number 19. I haven't seen much of him though. It's a misplaced pass. It's 2 against 2. A perfectly timed challenge. Kane Vidma getting plenty of the ball. There he is, slightly limping now. His father is also a football coach. And all these players with the experience of playing in the A-League. And this Indian side, most of them were part of the Hero I-League last year under the same coach. They're struggling to create new dimensions though while going forward. Bikash Shumnam looking much composed this evening. Sajad's ball forward, not finding a grey shirt. Alex is selling one dummy. Alex keeps going, challenge from behind. It's a fair charge, says Ali Reda. And the play continues. India attacking down the right. Mahesan Singh continuing with his run. Is Himanshu Chamra. Just kept the ball in play. And buys a corner kick for India. Pardon me, it was Vibin Monan, not Himanshu. And that was a challenge from Vibin. And on to the number 15, Alex. A risky one indeed. A tackle from behind. Incredibly important to know that a lot of Asian countries, including India, are going through changes where football, of course, is moving in the right direction, hopefully for India, and hopefully for Australia, Kuwait and Iraq. Will be playing later in the evening. India have to play on the ground because Australia aerially, and Jordan and Nectarios are not going to miss too many headers. Trouble for Mahesan. His hamstring is struggling him. That could be an issue in this game in terms of taking the sprint, in terms of taking off from static situation. Plays for Round Glass Punjab in the I-League. 1 goal to his name already in this tournament. Can India make this corner kick count? In comes the delivery. And away from Kane Vidmar. Holding on to the ball. Excellent shielding from Garang Kuel. Doing his fair share of defensive duty. Both the number 9s are getting involved on that situation. Now the pace of the game slightly slower. Australia playing few touches inside their own half before lumping it up the field. Disbalanced was the Indian left back, and that was a wonderful challenge and a shot on target from Adrian and a fingertip save by Zahid Bukhari. This is how Raj Basfar lost his balance, went for goal. It was Adrian. An excellent reaction save from Zahid Bukhari. From a handshaking distance, never easy to pull off such saves. Full marks to the goalkeeper for getting down on time. Ball comes into the penalty area once more. And out it comes towards Raj. Abhishek. And down the line. Can't find Gurkirat. Chance to revise the strategy now. That pass was anticipated quite well by Alex. He's making sure Australia plays according to the tempo he sets in midfield. And the number 20 Tyson has been very busy early on, tasked with going out wide every time, the likes of Bosnovisky. And meanwhile it's an own goal at 2-2 from Bikash Shumnam. A shambolic defending from the number 4, who was included in the Guardian Angels Now 2020 edition of their list of 60 footballers for the next generation. That defending from the number 4, not the one to his standards. And India go down trailing 2-0. The door opened up wonderfully, creating room for the cross. Bikash Shumnam just guiding the ball past his own goalkeeper. Nightmare of a start for the young centre-back. Looks like it's turning out to be a habit for the youngster. Rose to prominence in the year 2019 while playing in the I-League for the Arrows at the heart of defence alongside Riva Homipam, who's now with Kerala Blasters in the ISL. Both the players comes from Manipur and speaks the same language, and that chemistry works quite well on the pitch. The national side had to partner alongside Raj Basfar, and taking time in getting accustomed. Centre-back pairing not used to playing together. India looking slightly unsettled at the back. Over half an hour gone. Australia leading by 2-0, well in control of this game. India still haven't found an outlet in terms of the raw pace of Himanshu Jangra. Still haven't had an opportunity to play it on his run. And the front three, if put together, in terms of good kid at Himanshu and Mahesan Singh, they have a lot between them. Wins a free kick. A good kid at very cleverly from a scoring position. Almost buying that free kick, inviting Nectarios for the challenge. Can India bounce back? The last 10 minutes of the first half remaining. Gurkirat looks like is the one who will be taking it. Can he produce the magic once more for India? He's done that in the past. Can he do that this evening? And Gurkirat's attempt ricochets off the wall, and it will bring a corner kick for India. Very powerfully struck by the number 9. Now the goalkeeper Jack did dive the right way. Because Shumnam are pushing up. Ball delivered towards the near post. A flick on from the near side. He's gonna claim that all day long. Jack looking to release Adrian. The Indian defense was alert on that occasion. A feisty start by the Aussies. India out of track. Once again, that leaky defense coming into play. It has cost us in the past. In the last game, more recently, where they conceded 3 goals. Beautifully fending off that challenge, Himanshu Jangra. The number 10 is on the run. Just stops when he was about to break. Not enough options on that channel for him. Opting to play it behind. Gurkirat. Gurkirat going on his own. Takes on a couple of players. Gurkirat's delivery towards the far side. Even the faintest of flicks could have done the trick for India. Well, the free kick goes the other way around. Himanshu Jangra was interested for it. He was approaching towards the ball from the far side. Excellent quality on that cross from Gurkirat. Himanshu Jangra did get a touch. But fouled Joseph Forde in the process, which is why a free kick rewarded to Australia. A great ball over the top. There's the gap. Adrian. He was once again looking for Garang. Sajjad puts it behind for an Aussie corner. Adrian has been at the centre of all the goods that Australia have produced in the first half. So prolific. Garang Kuol. Ball comes in, away quite comfortably, trying to sort his feet out for a long ranger, running into traffic. India now can throw on a counter. Abhishek Singh forward, nudged from behind, and will be penalized for that challenge. Jordan Perez. Bringing down Abhishek Singh. Mahesan's ball. A free kick from a long way out. He needs a better delivery from Vibin Monan. He's got plenty of heights inside the box, India. Vibin delivers. Once again, Himanshu Jangra interested. And once again, the game plan not working out for the second time in the first half. This time, I couldn't make any contact, the number 10. I did make a contact from Gurkirat's delivery. Not on this case. But it was a bright idea from the Indian team. Releasing it quite early. Archie Godwin. This is much better for India. Tyson. There's that reverse pass into the box. Mahesan Singh. On to Abhishek. Back to Mahesan. Tyson asking for it. Mahesan just ignoring him. India just compelled to play it behind. There's no such shame in taking help from your defense. There's a certain discipline in their organization from defense to midfield. It's been unit to unit so far. The 2018 AFC Under-19 Championship was hosted by Indonesia in October, and Australia commenced their qualification for the tournament in Vietnam. If you remember, the matches had originally been scheduled to be played in Victoria, but the Australian government refused entry to the North Korean squad. As a result, the matches were moved to the neutral venue in Vietnam, although the costs associated with the shift in venue saw Northern Islands withdrew. And that left just two opponents in group, North Korea and Hong Kong. In Australia's first match against Hong Kong, Rami Najareen scored early, and then a late double from Modi Najar gave Australia a 3-0 victory. And then they defeated North Korea 4-1 with goals from Najareen and Najar. As both the teams with a wonderful history on their back. Bozinovski. Kane. Nectarios. A quick exchange from Australia. A clear challenge from Sajad. Getting the better of Garang Kuel this time. Rice Bozinovski, very much Australia's linchpin in the middle of the park. That's poor from Joseph Forde. A couple of minutes of additional time to the stipulated 45. It's been a disappointing half for India. They came close to scoring via Gurkirat's free kick. Himanshu Jangra Could have given India the lead had his header found the target. Another attempt off target. Mahesan this time just chesting it down, and then that left footer, a very stray one. Australia just patient and probing, allowing time on the ball, very much settled, and quickly turning the defense into attack. And that transition in the final third is the hallmark of the gameplay. Just trying to run down the clock as we near the end of the first half. They do not want to lose possession of the ball. Want to go into the break with a clean sheet. Oh, nicely intercepted by India. A great ball splitting through the Australian defense. And a wonderful challenge equally from Kane Vidmar as Ali Reza blows the whistle and brings the first half to a close here in Kuwait City. And India go into the lemon break trailing by a couple of goals. Australia striking first via Garang Kuol, and then that own goal from Bikash Shumnam.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
you fade away.
As you fade away. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. As you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. As you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. You're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. As you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
And so Australia comfortably sitting with a 2-goal lead against India in this AFC U20 Asian Cup qualifiers. 2 goals in 2 games for Garang Kuol and also 2 in 2 for Vikas Shubnam, but he's on the opposite end of that spectrum. Just feel like they were growing into the game India. The latter part of the first half, even though one can say that Australia were in complete control, there were some moments now and then for India. Some flashes of positivity when they were going forward, but I think it's also happening completely with Australia as well. What needs to change is that India have to force Australia's hands rather than just wait and watch for something to happen. Another 45 minutes to save their Asian Cup qualifier campaign that is at stake for the Blue Tigers. Straight away on the attack, Joseph Forde gets to the byline, clips it towards the back post and plucks it out of the air. Zahid, a good goalkeeping. Shanmugam Venkatesh just needs to bring on a striker and take off a defender. And revert to a 4-3-3 rather than keeping it a 4-4-2, which is quite flat in the way they line up. They usually soak up the pressure and relies on quick and fast counter-attacks down the wings and through the middle. Australia just pressing down the mid and not allowing space to India to operate down the center. And they are just defending from the front, forcing the centre backs to commit mistake on which they are latching onto and scoring some goals. India not been able to build up from behind. The innovation is lacking from the two holding midfielders. Now Mahesan just tucked infield alongside the single pivot Vibin. This is Australia's creative threat, Alex. Just teed up Garang in that opening goal on the edge of the penalty area. Adrian, he's got Bozaniski for support. Alexander was also close to him. Now knocking through the same channel where Adrian is present. And India will retrieve the ball and now trying to power past. Jordan Perez, Gurkirat, just pushed down. This is how he was almost muscling away from Alexander Menelau. Not a legitimate challenge from the number 21. Rising above, Joseph Forde to get that header. Amandeep looking for the give and go, didn't work out. Vibin Mohanan onto the ball. In the year 2018, the India's under-20 team was invited to participate in the Qatif tournament, where clubs and nationals and autonomous teams participate every year since 1984, held at Valencia, Spain. Though India lost 2 consecutive matches against Spanish club Murcia and then Mauritania, they managed to draw against the stronger Latin American side of Venezuela. But on the final group match on 5th August, the Indian side written a piece of history when they defeated the most successful under-20 World Cup winning nation, Argentina, Anwar Ali scoring from a free kick a long way out. The man who is now applies it straight for FC Goa in the ISL. Well, the match was historic in many ways when India and defender Deepak Tamri headed a corner to the net of Argentine side. It was the first goal against them by any Indian team. Once again, Garang goes for the shot, blocked by Sajjad. Even the Argentine national team manager Pablo Aima praised the young Colts' performances and said the future of the team is bright if there is continued perseverance. The All India Football Federation is calling it as one of the biggest days for Indian football. The victory definitely would help Indian football to earn more respect in the world and would open up windows of opportunity to test ourselves against the best in the world on a regular basis. And these players of Gurkirat and Himanshu's sources of inspiration, and that sources the future generations of Indian football, are going to pave way for more players to take up the sport. The team also played in the Four Nation tournament that had the under-20 teams of France, Croatia, Slovenia, 2 friendlies against Serbia. The first time India played in a Four Nation tournament in which all the opponents were European nations. Even though they lost to Croatia 5-0, drew against Slovenia in the second game. Lost to France 2-0 in their last game of the tournament. And the friendlies against Serbia, if you remember, India lost 3-1, but Rahim Ali managed to find the net once. And all those players, Anwar Ali, Rahim Ali, plays in the Hero Indian Super League now. This is how the youth team provides platform for them to grow. Himanshu Jangra goes for the shot off the woodwork and couldn't get onto the rebound. It was Tyson who was steaming onto the ball. An excellent work from Himanshu Jangra, cutting into his left onto his right, and then just trying his luck from distance, even though that overlapping run from Amandeep to his left didn't opt to pick him out, and that shot might have taken a coat of paint from the post. A throw in for India. India getting closer in the second half. It's speared in, and the goalkeeper says my ball and grabs hold of it. Jack. Nectarius as well had a very successful stint in the A-League. There's that interception once more. It takes the aerial route. Gurkirat is chasing Himanshu Jangra, getting in front of his marker, looking for support. And Gurkirat provides him with one, sorting his feet out. Here goes Himanshu, bulldozing into the penalty area. A slight miscontrol. That outstretched right foot commits a foul. Brings down the number 15, Alex. There you go. Well, that was the attempt from Himanshu Jangra. One way, then the other. I showed him, I'm going to take you on the inside, and just went in. Turning Ken Vidman inside out. Unlucky not to have scored. Too good chances for Himanshu Jangra in this game. One from a set piece. This one he created on his own. This is what he's capable of producing from that sort of a distance. He's got the quality to trouble the scoreline from that kind of position. We saw him do that in the past, not only at the international level, but also during club football. Venkatesh mentioned he saw the Australian team play against Kuwait a couple of nights ago. He also mentioned that Australia are the favourites to top the group and how India will have to be at their best against them. Just failed to stick together as a team and put in the hard yards. The first round of matches ended in a disappointment for India. Joy for Australia though. These results are putting the young Socceroos on top, while India and Kuwait occupy the third and the fourth place respectively. And so 10 minutes into the second half, India with a bright start. But yet to find the back of the net. One goal from here on can make things a lot more interesting. Still about 4 minutes of regulation time remaining. Getting behind to receive the ball, the number 15 Alex. With that diagonal looking for Adrian. It was a glorious ball played out wide. If only he could have controlled it. No such pressure applied on the Australian defence. Playing with a lot of ease on the back. Indian forwards just giving up on the press. A low block is visible in terms of the forward line, with Himanshu and Gurkeerat just behind the halfway area. Here's the latter on the ball. Amandeep for support. Mahesan. Sajad. Vibin. That could have been very, very tricky. That heavy touch. Abhishek Singh. Cuts inside. Finding Gurkeerat. Sharp turn from the number 9. Gurkeerat keeps going. Still Gurkeerat. That deflection taking the sting out of the ball. And the youngster looks agitated, cutting a very frustrated figure. He was claiming for a free kick. Goes to the referee's book, more out of frustration. Joseph Forbe. Another vital block from Raj. India once again losing possession inside their own half. Australia looking purposeful. A wonderful pass for the number 15. First time crossing. Away from Vibin. But here they come once more. The young Socceroos all over the Blue Tigers. Powerful surge down the middle. Free kick for India, this time taken quickly. Australia halfway inside the Indian territory. Pulling off a stunning save, Zahid. 35-40 yards, a long shot. From Jordan Perez. getting into the act. The fullback testing Zahid. And now India have a corner kick to defend. Taken shot once again, near post save. It's still alive for Australia. Just rising above Tyson. Just taking protection off his shoulders, using his arms. Playing it short with Durang. Decided to test Zahid from close range, even though there were options available down the center. And this was the shot. An outstretched palm, just tipping it behind for a corner. He was perfectly placed, Zahid. As we touch the hour mark here at the Ali Sabah Al Salem Stadium. The second match day of Group H in the AFC U20 Asian Cup Qualifiers. Last 30 minutes for India to save their campaign. An Asian Cup qualifier campaign can be really, really ruthless. 30 minutes for Australia to make another successful entry into the Asian Cup finals. Abhishek snatched that one and releasing Mahesan with the first time pass towards the far side. Collected by Himanshu. Is fronted by Jordan Perez. Himanshu buys room for the cross, no delivery comes in. The blue shirts getting back behind the ball. Good key that, rather long shot, and this time it has nestled in. He plants his left foot up perfectly this time and getting some help of the woodwork. And India pulling one back. Still a lot of time left in this to make a match out of this. Gurkirat Singh with his second goal of this competition. As Australia looks to make a double change. Durang makes way for the number 11, Yaya. This was the goal, beautifully brought down and tees up Gurkirat, hits the inside of the post and settling into the net. Abhishek Singh with the assist. Excellent perfection on his left foot. He scored one in the previous game as well from a similar kind of situation. He excels in this kind of positions, Gurkirat. Now a new lease of life for India. Yaya, his first touch of this game. Getting it back, Yaya, waiting for the run of the number 13. Plays him in, cross comes in, it's a high one. And looking for Adrian, getting involved into a shoulder barge. Here is Adrian, almost squeezing between a couple of grey shirts. Goal kick, says Ali Reda. Venkatesh was very candid on his boys putting a good performance in this game, and he was quite happy with the way they fought till the very end. It is crucial at this level to get the international match experience before playing sides with such intensity. Himanshu Jangra, India, they've got their tail up now. Quickly tackled Joseph Forde. foiling that move. And now Amandeep. Good kid at the goal scorer. A layup for Amandeep. Space is a bit of tight. No room for the cross. It drags it towards the corner line. He was claiming for a corner and does get a corner for his efforts. Vibin Mohan and his side Kerala Blasters are in action against ATK Mohan Bagan in Kochi. That is a 1-all at present, in case you're wondering. Vibin Mohan's delivery. And this time he gathers it in second attempt. Jack. No grey shirt challenging him. Yaya coming on for Garang, scorer of that previous goal for Australia. He's the one, in fact, opened the scoring tonight here. The number 6 is also on the pitch, Chris Donnell. India slowly and gradually getting some momentum their way. It was an easy decision to make for the referee. Making players available between the lines, managing to generate a space and receiving the ball there. Something which was missing in the first half. But a goal can really work as a tonic. Can they turn it around? Is the question that we'll look to answer in the remaining 24 minutes. Dropping deep, Yaya. A perfect diagonal for Adrian, who will get there with his pace. A man arriving, Yaya. Adrian goes on the outside. Well read there by Abhishek Singh. Good anticipation from the fullback, who was scouted by Minerva Punjab from Manipur. And now it's with Round Glass Punjab. Looking to add some variety to their set pieces, the Australian team. Himanshu Jangra getting across to that ball. Cleverly winning a throw-in. Gurpreet Singh's strike partner Himanshu yet to fire though in this tournament. Denied by the post early in the second half. And now India looking to break. Abhishek cutting in field. Himanshu gets it from the number 15. There's the support coming in. Good link-up play. Amandeep's cross towards the near post. Finding the arms of Jack. Seems like a player is lying down injured. India conceding 6 goals in this competition, scoring 3. The defense has been slightly porous and leaky. Yet to resolve those issues and not been able to defend those crosses confidently. The fullbacks as well should track back on time and make sure they do not allow the likes of Adrian and Archie Godwin to send in those tasty deliveries. Indian fans clearly dejected. A pin drop silence on the stand. Just a moment of magic can surely lift up that spirit, which seemed to be dampened, which seemed to be enveloped in gloom Bozinovski, Joseph Forde, Chris Donnell. It came on in the second half, along with Yaya. Adrian quickly closed down. Bozinovski, lay off. There's the cross sent in with power, and the glancing header. It just goes over the crossbar, and Archie Godwin not managing to keep the header down and underneath the crossbar. Great curl on that, sent in with great pace. Just bends it between the two centre backs. Still defending to do for India. 20 minutes of regulation time left. There's that layup. Sending in a curler, Jordan Perez. With the kind of domestic preparations India had, they have done quite well, and they showed their character. And most of the goals that they conceded were in the first 10 minutes of the first half, of the second half, pardon me, in the last game. And in this one, both the goals coming in the first half, and he was clearly off by quite a few yards. A good hit. And the main thing is that India showed character and grit, and that's what the fans want to see on the pitch. The shot is blocked and finding the feet of Archie Godwin. India capitalizing on that mispass. An excellent reverse ball for the overlapping Mahesan. Just holding his run. Himanshu Jangra realizing would be offside if he got there. And that's Tyson Singh. Slightly wasteful with that cross. Should have taken it onto his right foot and waited for Himanshu Jangra to get there. And the man who's impressed in all the age group tournaments for India, bagging the Golden Boot Award time and again. He's a proven campaigner, now weaving his magic spell in senior football as well. His first test in the Hero ISL could potentially be the Kolkata Derby on 29th October. East Bengal playing on 20th against Northeast United in Guwahati. They're likely to miss that game, Himanshu. India playing the last match of this tournament on 18th against the host Kuwait. That is a 10 p.m. kickoff. Just couldn't read that pass from Yaya. Two more changes then from Trevor Morgan. Jaden Gorman will come on, and so as the number 10, Alessandro Lopin.
Substitution for Australia, player number 16, Reis Budalowski, out.
Lopin comes in for Alex Badolato.
Substitution for Australia,
A great depth in the squad.
Alex Badolato, out.
Played in the Junior World Cups 5 times. Made it till the semi-finals twice. The senior side, almost a permanent fixture in the FIFA World Cup. One of Asian football's powerhouse, Australia, alongside Japan, South Korea. changing their midfield engine. The Australian team, with head coach Trevor Morgan injecting fresh pair of legs. And Alex Badolato takes a lot of workload, just tiring down a bit, quickly realizing that, and Trevor Morgan deciding to bring on Alejandro Lopin. And Himanshu Changra once again in some space. He can come on to his favorite side. Attempted cross is blocked. Mahesan. India looking to use the width. Venkatesh reverting to a back three. Sajad. Change gonna come up for India. This could be a long chase. Gurkirat wins it. Gurkirat goes for goal. Might be a chance for Himanshu Changra. It's off the line. India is claiming it has gone over. Heart in the mouth kind of stuff. A clearance of the line. What a moment for India. Gurkirat's attempt rounding the keeper, and then Himanshu Changra pushing it towards goal, just stopped on the line by Joseph Forde. Look at that pass into space, bit of a 50-50 situation. Gurkirat winning it, and then that poke towards goal. One of the most crucial interception of this game by the number 6 Chris Donnell. Just kept in play. Fauba will come on in place of Himanshu Changra. That is the word. Fauba, another player from Manipur. Plays for Roundless Punjab, a regular starter for them last season in the I-League. A man with a lot of pace and trickery up his sleeves. Great ball again. India harassing Australia. Afauba, a couple of step overs, goes on the outside. Now the pullback. Chris once again intercepting it, only as far as Mahesan Singh brings it into a central position. Free kick for India. Ali Reda, stop play. Another change for Australia. Max Caputo will replace Archie Godwin, making all the 5 changes. Trevor Morgan. Once again, India coming through the right channel. Mahesan Singh cutting inside, gives him plenty of body check. Jaden Gorman. But the play continues. Adrian. Chris Donnell. Yaya with a touch behind. Given away to Vibin. India getting onto the loose balls a lot more quicker in the closing stages of this match. Stuck a foot out. Yaya gone past his way. India looking to come centrally. Nicely cut out by Chris. It's compact at the back, absorbing all the pressure and playing a low tempo. The pace Chauhan has also come on for the Blue Tigers. Abhishek snaps into the challenge. Another superb ball. You're asking a bit too much on the occasion of Afoba. The last 10 minutes then for the Blue Tigers to make something happen. To try and get at least something from this game. India and their qualification chances just evaporating rapidly in front of their fans. But a draw even against Australia won't be a bad result. A side ranked 38 in the world and among the top 3 teams in Asia. Lost his balance. Afauba allowing the number 13 Joseph Forde to pounce onto it and avoid the danger for Australia. Running through the inner channel, Adrian. India firing on all cylinders now. Less than 9 minutes left. The number 9. 5 goals in the SAF Championship, 2 already here. But tonight demands more from the frontmen. And Gurkirat's power and Mahesan's crossing, always to score for India. They've had already one. Australia winning it. Alejandro just trying to get on the end pass, falling slightly behind him. India hook it clear. A skillful play from Joseph and Adrian blasting it over. More of an inside forward, Adrian. Likes to cut inside without the ball and receive it in and around the penalty area and take a shot at goal. Support the man in the middle. India, they did make a couple of mistakes that cost them. They will look to correct those and go again in the next game. It's always a learning process for these youngsters. It's an age where they tend to absorb more and more. Australia just trying to kill the clock. Time ticking away for India. They quickly need to move the ball forward. Win will help Australia to consolidate that top spot. India will slip down to the bottom. Mahesan not been effective tonight. No such avenues for India down the right hand side like the previous game. Most of the build-ups have been through Himanshu Jangra, was taken off and replaced by a Fauba. And then the scoop into the part of Adrian. A lofted pass, a left corner of the penalty area. This is looking good. Adrian! Oh my word! A breathtaking stuff. Just took it on the rise. What a finish from Adrian. Final nail in the coffin. And just when India was looking good for a comeback, Australia had other ideas. A breathtaking finish from Australia's number 7. And look at that. Quickly adjusting himself with the bounce, the number 17. Beautifully tossed Jaden Gorman. Sat up perfectly on the rise for Adrian, who makes no mistake in finding the bottom corner. A classy finish by the number 7. It deserved the goal for all his hard work tonight. He's been the most busy player in the field. Bit of everything from Australia's number 7. Crossing, passing, shooting. Went off balance slightly, Chris. Australia tidying up at the back. Winning the individual battle, Abhishek. Yaya tracking back. Excellent defensive work. India playing a high line in defense. They have no other option. Trailing by 3-1. A loss here simply end of the qualifying campaign. Sajjad Hussain got a start today in place of Sibajit. His back paws almost falling short. The number 23 was nipping in and tucking in behind. Vikas Shumnam with a sliding challenge. Puts it into touch for a throw-in. Gonna be 6 points for Australia after this. They've scored 7 goals, conceded 2. Goal difference of +5, even though a couple of minutes of stipulated time remaining. There are gonna be a few minutes of additional time as well. Always had control in this game. And apart from the first 5-6 minutes, they simply came onto their own. The young Socceroos. Trevor Morgan simply not happy with that offside decision, remonstrating with the assistant. Fauba sends it in. The number 5 Jordan Perez is present, very aware of his surroundings, very aware of the fact Mahesan was lurking just behind him. The 2 losses in a row for India. To face the 2 heavyweights in the opening two games. They can at the same time draw a lot of courage from the performance against the former Asian champions, because Australia are a side who are regular in World Cups and Asian Cups. India going through a rebuilding phase, a learning process, getting exposure to different kind of tactics, and playing against the best players of Asia. It's a wonderful exposure for these young players. That's slightly clumsy from the Indian team. Yeah, there's the through ball, and there's another goal for Australia. And this time the number 23 gets on the score sheet, Max Caputo. The Aussies keeps on adding to their tally. A champagne football. All started via that poor giveaway, and quickly racing onto the ball. Yaya, perfectly timed through ball for Caputo, just placing it underneath the advanced goalkeeper Zahid. Just adding more misery, Australia. They are a free scoring side. The Aussies, we saw that against Kuwait. The scoreline will put Iraq under pressure when they play Kuwait next. Can't get his head to it. Gurkirat was slightly isolated up top. And just since taking off Himanshu Jangra, India's attacks have stopped. The last 10 seconds remaining. Nectarios. And that's the full-time whistle from today's referee, Ali Rida. And it's a comfortable and comprehensive victory for Australia. India did show some signs of positivity in the beginning of the second half, and Gurkirat pulling one back, but it wasn't sufficient to avoid defeat. Australia managing another victory in the Asian Cup qualification campaign with a similar kind of scoreline to the one in the opening game against Kuwait. A second consecutive defeat for India, putting them out of the qualification contest.
told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.